What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike.
And I'm John, and we're the DIY Topic Guys.
On this channel, we give you guys an inside look at the hottest trending topics making the most noise around the world today.
Our style is 3 topics for 3 minutes each, that way you can get in, get the news, and get on with your day.
So listen up, that way you can be the one leading the conversation in your life instead of being a nincompoop in the corner with nothing to say.
So today's topics are Texas, the CDC, and Diablo. If you guys are new here, thanks a lot for checking us out. Please make sure you subscribe down below and ring that bell for post notifications. That way you never miss out on what's trending.
Everyone else, thanks so much for being here and continuing to support us. Make sure you guys like down below, and also make sure you guys are following us on all the socials at DIY Topic Guys. Next topic we got going on is on the same general guidelines, is Texas fully opening. How you feel about that?
I think it's awesome. I fucking love everything about Texas. I used to joke around and make fun of Texas people a lot, but now that I get older and as I realize the state of the world, they're like the last bit of freedom that we really got left, man. They're a true republic. They have their own grid. Like there's the East grid, power grid. There's a West grid, and then there's that. Well, you know, bad things happen, terrible storm and stuff, but I love everything about it. And okay, so their governor, no more mask mandate.
No more mask mandate. They still have their guns. You still have the ability to do anything and everything, and they are opening up. They opened up a couple days ago, and we are, I guess, going to see the effects of how that is. People were not wearing masks down there to begin with. People are not wearing masks now. I don't see how anything changes.
Nothing's changing.
The people that want to go out and want to enjoy themselves, they will do that.
Exactly. You can't put a leash on humanity. You really can't. You could try. People have tried forever, but you can't. Texas is great, and let me give you another reason why. There are more captive tigers in captivity in Texas than there are wild in the rest of the world. It's a crazy stat. Love everything about Texas. I have contemplated trying to move there.
Texas is great. Been to Dallas, been to Austin. Love both of them. They do have Texas de Brazil out there. Great restaurant. Anyone who's around there, make sure you check them out. So in terms of life as we know it here, can New Jersey get to that point? And if so, when?
We should absolutely be able. We could get to that point. Give me 20 minutes to get Murphy on TV, and then we'll just have him say, we don't need to do this horse shit anymore because the statistics don't make any sense. If it was really that bad too, like, why are we, so we're just okay with spreading it while we eat then? Because like when you go to a restaurant, you don't have to wear a mask unless you're going to take a leak. So like if it's really spreading that crazily, like we probably shouldn't have restaurants open if that was really the case, but like they don't want to decimate the entire economy because then they won't have anybody to funnel along. You know what I mean? If it's that contagious, like, then we shouldn't have open everything, you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. Like, logically, it doesn't make sense. Like, we're in the same confined area, but I only need to wear the mask to protect all of us when I go take a leak.
But when you breathe out, like, it still goes, like...
Oh yeah, it goes through. It just, it stops me from spitting directly on your face. That's really all it does.
I mean, that's appreciated to begin with.
I try not to, you know. I try to keep it to a minimum, you know, I'm not a jerk.
Election year this year, I can't foresee anything changing anytime soon here.
Nothing ever changes.
So, switching gears a little bit, we're going to talk about the CDC, not the new regulations, but zombie apocalypse guidelines.
I love every bit that they came out with this, just in general. I mean, in its core, it's really just a preparation guidelines for like any kind of natural disaster shit at the fan scenario. A weak one at that, but it's one nonetheless. But it's a cool little PR way to get people kind of excited about it, to get, you know, everybody loves zombies.
Yes.
Like, everybody loves them. You know, so it's a cool way to get people interacted and kind of engaged. I don't know how much you looked into it. I kind of went balls deep into it a little because I was really curious. Like, they have like school assignments and stuff that they're ready to give teachers and stuff like that. Like straight up exercises. Like, here's a couple dittos, here's the scenario. Like, let me just really, you know, like learning for pet. Like, they literally are making kids. It's a great exercise. Making them think outside of the box and actually make preps, like physically on paper, for different scenarios, whether it's a hurricane, a tornado, whatever, earthquake, blah, blah, blah. It's cool. They have neat little, I was surprised, honestly. But you know, what do you think? Do you think it's crazy, over the top? Do you think it's nonsensical? Do you think it's way too late? Because this is really the first time they brought out any kind of full prep everybody for a disaster kit, I feel like.
I mean, realistically, we all know from Walking Dead and all these other shows, Call of Duty, killing zombies, all that stuff. Everyone has their own general idea of how to do it. For anyone who doesn't know, just run down their list real quick. Gallon of water per person per day, food, non-perishable obviously, medications, you need tools such as a utility knife, duct tape, battery-powered radio. Hygiene, you guys gotta stay clean. Bleach, soap, towels, clothing, bedding, important documents, driver's license, passports, birth certificates, so when you turn into a zombie, we know who we killed.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
First aid supplies to protect yourself. They actually put it in there, first aid supplies to protect yourself in the event of a tornado or hurricane. Don't know how they're tying those two together, but one thing that they did leave out of there is weapons.
I didn't hear you say batteries either. Like, I heard battery-powered stuff, but I didn't hear anything about actual batteries. That shit doesn't last forever. But weapons, you're right. The number one thing you'd want during a zombie apocalypse is a fucking weapon.
What's your weapon of choice in a zombie apocalypse? Non-running, non-28 days
There's a lot of stipulations going into this. Yeah,
Walking
so, like,
Dead type zombies.
I only get one weapon forever? Or is it like...
Give me a top three.
Alright, so I still, like, you know, got the Mossberg. It's great for any kind of close range encounter. Gonna go with some kind of rifle. There's an AR platform probably, because there's a million of them everywhere. There's parts of ammo everywhere. And then, you know what? At the end of the day, there's big debate on bladed or blunt weapons. I think I would go blunt.
Going blunt, huh?
I think so. I think I would go with a bat. I actually have a metal aluminum T-ball bat from when I was a child.
Like a barbed wire baseball bat, Negan style.
Maybe a little Negan style.
You have a
Did he have a wood bat?
Yeah, a wooden bat.
A wood bat. I'm going aluminum. I want it to be light. I gotta be able to one hand that bad boy. You know what I mean? You're gonna get tired. Swinging stuff is tiring.
Next topic, going old school or new school, Diablo 2. John, there's three things that we could talk about with this right now. You got Diablo 2 Resurrected, just disclosed and basically told by Blizzard that it's coming back. You have Project Diablo 2, then you got the overall general nostalgia. So where do you want to start?
Necromancer.
All right, so a little bit of all three.
Yeah, I've been recently looking at a lot of like the side by sides. Like, we go on Blizzard's website, they have like a side by side comparison, like graphically, just the way it looks alone. Like, I was running through Tristram, like I wasn't physically running, but I was watching the guy run through, and it brought back just memories alone, just on itself. But it looks amazing.
Yes. So we're talking about Diablo 2 Resurrected at this point. I personally was, I want to say 8 or 9 when the game first came out, back in, I think it was like 95, something like that, so 7 or 8. I didn't get into it until Lord of Destruction type timeline.
That's when they gave the juice right into the veins for Diablo.
Yeah, that changed everything for me. I wasted years of my life. I cut school. This game consumed me. There are still items in this game that I have not found. I played it religiously all the time. The fact that it's coming back and the fact that it is basically maintained right now by fans and the creation of things like Project Diablo 2 mods.
Yeah. Mods
in general, just people making it better and better and better. What do you think the future is of this game?
Cross-platform across the board, I think, is ultimately going to be a big portion of it. A lot of things. So one of the things I heard about it is that you can actually use your old saves. So like, if you have your old computer, I don't know who the fuck has their old computer sitting around like that. I'm tempted to try to dig something up, but like, you know, you can pop in those old saves, pick up where you left off. But I'm just really excited about, like, I actually have a little bit of it going on in front of me right here, so I'm getting a little distracted because I'm looking at some of the video right here at the same time as I'm trying to talk to you. But I'm just excited to get back in. You know, I've been like really jonesing for like another game like this again. You know what I mean? Nothing's really fixed that itch. Nothing really got it for me.
So your class obviously has to be Necromancer.
No, you know, I was thinking Amazon. No, 100%. It's not even a question. It's Necromancer all day.
What's your spec? How you building your first character?
You know, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. It's been too long. I'd have to like really sit and look at the trees again. I see you are way more versed on this than I am.
So you want to summon skeletons? You want to be like a commanding army guy, or you want spells, curses?
Yeah, it's probably gonna be summoning, and then.
So you want a skeletal army?
It's probably gonna have. From what I recall, that's the way I used to roll with it. So it's probably gonna happen again.
Time to take some vacation time.
Yeah.
That's going to do it for today's episode, guys, where we touched on Texas, the CDC, and Diablo 2.
So we hope you learned a thing or two, maybe three. If you guys want to continue the conversations, please make sure you comment down below.
Make sure you guys are subscribed, make sure you guys hit that like button, and make sure you guys are following us on all the socials at DIY Topic Guys.
So we'll see you next time for another 3 topics for you to get in, get out, and get on with your day with.
We are DIY Topic Guys, your go-to place, looks super smart and in the know.